Checking quick.
Ooh. Man, it's go time this weekend. I'm telling you, man, this is the original rivalry.
I know, right? This game's going to be crazy.
This is the one that almost got the Wild Aces banned from Twitter.
Before FCF. No. All right, we good to go? It's sounding good.
Yep, we're good.
Yes. Let's do this. Let's do this. Good work, RJ.
All right. Welcome, sports fans, to some Untapped Keg Sports. I'm one of your hosts, RJ Zimmerman, here with my buddy, Monte Ball.
Indeed.
And our special guest, returning budding superstar, wide receiver for the Ice Mice, Mr. Andrew Jamiel. Woo!
Yeah.
Andrew, what's up, man?
The Glacier Boys, obviously. I knew you would get the thing of it now, so I figured I'd wear it and lean into it a little bit, but you've been balling out. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought he was joking with me for a second. Oh, he's
Go ahead, Carvel. Go ahead, Carvel. Go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
But let's get this back started. AJ, how you been doing, man? AJ, Andrew, what do you prefer, man? Actually prefer what? AJ?
I introduced myself as Andrew, but a lot of my boys call me AJ. Yeah.
Okay. We'll call you Andrew then. We'll call you what you call yourself.
Sure.
So, how you been doing, man? How's it been since the last time we talked?
It's been good. Same stuff, really. Practice during the week. Just trying to stay locked in, and then going out there Saturday and having some fun, balling out. So
absolutely saw that.
Good, man.
We most definitely seen that you guys are doing way more. You guys are playing around a lot with, like with the water bottle thing that you did. You guys are doing a lot more like stunts off screen.
Yeah.
That intro, that Full House intro that they did, that was awesome too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fun.
You guys are having fun. That's awesome. Like we talked about it last time, how you guys are one big happy family.
Right. We are. And now it's sad because we're getting ready to part ways.
Right.
A lot of the other two teams already got sent home after the playoff games.
I did see that.
So what have they told you? Like what have they about next season, or is there any talks about next season?
Oh yeah. There's going to be season 2, definitely.
Heck yeah.
They have a tryout for season 2 the day after the championship in Atlanta on Sunday. So they're just getting right to it. And I think they want to do it in 3 months.
Really?
Oh.
What I heard was, I think 3 months on, 3 months off.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's a turnaround.
Yeah.
That's sweet, man.
A couple more teams. I think 16.
I was wondering how, because it's there. They have it laid out like that's really awesome system. Like that's really cool. I guess.
Right.
And then 3 months you put some tape together. Let's see here, 3 months. So you're looking at right before training camp. So you're gonna help some people, get invites to go to training camp. That's pretty cool. It's a really cool idea.
Yeah. I think some guys are definitely gonna get some invites after this season. I think so.
I think you're right. I think we're talking to a guy who's going to be getting invites. I know I've been doing some legwork out there. I told you I was going to
love it
every day, and I just didn't want to make sure that I was like felt like I was spamming. So
I love it.
I'm trying to pick teams too that their scheme you would really fit in. So except for the CFL teams, I'm just tweeting at every single CFL team. Like
right. I like that. Love it.
Awesome.
All right, so we obviously, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, come on. RJ is a tamed deuce.
You're welcome for that.
Wild Aces, and from the jump, and I've been a Glacier boy, man, from the start. So talk about a little bit, man, of how was last weekend. So last weekend there was a difference in the gameplay. We will say that. So and obviously let's talk about championship that's coming up. But let's start with last weekend, man. So why are the defenses seem to be playing better?
Yeah,
there wasn't high scoring games.
So it was a little different because all season there was 2 defenses. There was the heavy hitters and the shutdown squad. And the defenses would play in both games. Some guys would be starters for the first game. and then those guys would be backups for the second game, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the week before, we played against the Aces. We played against the Aces the last week of the regular season, and we had the heavy hitters. The next game was Beasts versus Zappers, and the Beasts had the heavy hitters as well. So for the playoff game, we're playing the Beasts, so we're like, all right, we have the same defense. You know what I mean? So that's why kind of became a problem. So they just split it up into 4 different defenses each team. So for last week in this week, they split it up. So now instead of 2 defenses, there was 4. So we had a couple different players on ours. But the guys that played for us all year stuck around usually for the playoffs. We had the same corner, Roman Tatum. We had a great D-line, and they got after number 9.
Yeah, that D-line balled out.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's no secret. Flowers is their guy on offense. You know, he's a stud. So if we could contain him or slow him down, we knew we could win the game.
Yeah, that's what immediately as we were watching the game, RJ and I, we were like, wait a second, like these defenses are rolling right now, as opposed to the previous weeks, and we were like, okay, if we're able to get Andrew on, we most definitely got to ask him. Like, there's a noticeable difference here. You know, why these defenses are flying, stopping the ball in the backfield like it was nothing. It was incredible play, and I honestly think that's great for the league as well too. Yeah. So,
and there was 2 defenses all year.
Yeah,
and both got some good players. But one of those defenses went 1-7 on the year. So I don't know if that makes a difference. I mean, I think it clearly does.
Obviously.
So,
but I mean, they came down to the final play too. So it's not like they got rolled. But
true.
It is a little bit.
The offenses were sloppy too. So, but that's just the facts of it. 2 defenses, and now there's 4. So each team has a different look. And they came out with franchise tags too for a couple players.
I did see that. Yeah, that was really cool. I thought that was really cool. So
yeah, definitely. I feel bad for those defensive guys for once. They didn't get a lot of. It's not a secret. It's an offensive league, you know, and they get it too. But it's good that those guys got some love.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, it's exciting, and again, you know, RJ, my apologies, doing all the questions, shooting all the questions here right now, but last week was an exciting, showcase, man. I remember I tweeted out about an hour before the game started, and I was like, hey man, you got to ball out. You got to ball out, and you did ball out. So let's just get straight to it, man. You're viewed as a leader on the Glacier Boys, right?
I would say so. Yeah,
absolutely. And we all know that your favorite team's the Patriots.
Yeah, yes sir.
Absolutely. You see, we all know how the Patriots get players, what their kind of players are, their style of play. Is that really where you want to go and play? Up there with the Patriots?
I most definitely would. I would play for any team though. That's the thing.
Come on, man. You can say the Patriots. Me,
I would love to play for the
I was
Patriots.
like, I want to play for the Broncos.
I thought you were gonna like
if I got to pick, I would say Patriots.
Okay.
I would say Patriots.
I love it, man. I love it. I don't think
I've been thinking about systems too that I would plug into, and I said Packers last time. I'd love to play with Aaron Rodgers.
I think you'd be able to plug right into that system too.
Right.
Brees retired, but I mean the Saints throw the ball a lot. They're a quick dink and dunk team, so I think I could help them too.
And I think you'd fit right into that Emmanuel Sanders role, and they just lost him, so right into the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Ooh.
NFL offseason's been crazy so far. Free agency.
Man,
crazy.
Just
Will
unreal.
Fuller just went to the Dolphins. It's a lot.
It has. Well, sorry for putting you on the spotlight there about the Patriots.
No, you're good.
I'm like, look, I came in before I got into the NFL. I was like, I want to play for the Broncos. I made that known all over. Wow. So, man, you put that energy out there, man. Put that energy out there.
Yeah.
You know, we're praying for you, man. We hope that it happens for sure. But
I'm gonna be flooding Twitter every day.
Perfect.
After this game on Saturday, I'm gonna contact somebody on Fiverr, and I'm gonna have them put together a highlight reel of your plays from the FCF, and we're gonna tweet that out to everybody constantly.
Yeah, we just gotta get Bill's attention. I feel like I'd be a Belichick guy.
That's right.
You are.
I thought where Montz was going with this. So you're a Patriots guy. Last week is the first game of the playoffs, and Montz is like, you got to ball out for me. We got to win this, and you go out and ball out the Patriot way. It's playoff time. You lock in. You had a really good game. The very first, second play, you get that long touchdown. Like,
I picked that play too, by the way.
You picked that play?
Yeah.
Love that.
Just locking in and following that Patriot way. But when you're locked in and you're running a route, especially that second 2-point conversion route you ran, man.
Yeah,
that was so nasty. Like even Mons was just like freaking out when you ran that route. Like, what does it feel like when you're locked in and that ball's coming in and you're like, it's mine?
Yeah, it's absolutely exhilarating. Making a play like that is the best feeling in the world to me. Just because you visualize it so many times during the week, then they call the play and you get the look that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that if I just do my job, I'm going to end up in the end zone because I know DeAndre is putting that thing right on me when it's supposed to.
Uh-huh.
So I practice hard. You know what I mean? I get my reps in, so I got that muscle memory. And like I said, I got the look I wanted, and I knew that I was going to score, to be honest, on that play.
That sounds so.
Sometimes you just feel it. Sometimes you just feel it.
When you're in the zone, it's just everything just feels like it's like that 300 moment, like where you feel the wind and like you feel all the muscles in your body. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of a little bit, like when
nothing
you're in that
else
zone.
in the world matters. Yeah.
That movie lacked so much depth. But anyways, man. So coming up this weekend, man, we got the rivalry of the Wild Aces and the Glacier Boys, the championship game, man. Championship game. What's the vibe like, man? Again, I know you've already mentioned it. Obviously, 2 teams already left. And, essentially, you're probably saying, bye to a few people who may get picked up or who may not come back. Who knows? But so you're going through that, but also the championship game's coming up. So what's the vibe like?
It's getting intense. Everybody here wants to win bad. I know I do. And I feel like there's not much else to be said when there's a hotel room full of professional athletes that are all really competitive, and now we're leading up to the championship. So I feel like everyone kind of knows that Saturday it's about to go down, definitely. But at the same time, we're taking in, being with each other this last week because it's sad. Playing football really bonds you together with guys, and being here for 2.5 months, it's been such a grind. So the fact that it's over now, it hasn't really hit me yet. I know it will after the game, but crazy, man. These last 2 months have been a roller coaster. It's definitely getting intense. It feels different than every other week. Championship,
Of course.
Has there been anybody you stopped hanging around with this week?
No, not really. But every time I'll see Purity walking around, sometimes he'll give me a quick middle finger or something. It's friendly competitiveness now, but when we get on the field, it's on.
Of course. So what? So okay, I gotta ask this question. So obviously, Wendy's is a big sponsor.
Yep.
Is it like when y'all score, can you literally run over? Do they set it up for you? Is there a 10-piece of nuggets over there in a a Whopper or something? Whopper. It's a Whopper.
Baconator.
Right? No, Baconator.
Sorry, Baconator. Do they let you choose?
I wish. I don't really think they have food out at the game. If you need it ahead of time, you can get it for a celebration. But
okay,
they feed us during the week. We get a couple meals delivered to the hotel from Wendy's.
Ooh,
yeah,
fire too. But I asked because that one player, he scored and he ran straight to that little tunnel area that you guys got. And I think he was dumping nuggets in his mouth.
Daryl Verges on that 49-yard touchdown run.
He must have planned that ahead of time. That's funny.
So he knew he was going to score.
The first week, when the Wild Aces scored the first touchdown, maybe it was the second touchdown. The offensive linemen went into the tunnel and they were eating Baconators.
Yeah.
But no one cares about the Wild Aces.
Yeah, man. The Aces do a lot of celebrating. They did their duck the other day. The receivers did their thing. What do you think of Ralph Leonard?
Dude, he's a baller. He's got it. He's got all the tools. It's just a matter of putting it all together. I think that he's showing that he can. So
yeah. He's a monster.
Here's the thing, man, Andrew. I think that what you guys have done here, and I think what's eventually going to happen is you guys, I think, are going to grow so fast.
Yeah.
I think that, hopefully the infrastructure is there. Because I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. So I guess.
I feel like it's gonna.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna take off.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, I wanted to ask you a question, man. Like coming into this league, obviously understanding, what the league is, of course, and what players are, coming into league for is for that exposure. Like, did you expect for it to be the way it is now? Like,
And
again, okay,
expect in terms of what?
Like you guys have about 1 million viewers, I think it is, RJ.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Is that what you expected walking in?
You really are turning into a superstar. Like people know you.
Yeah.
You're kind of a big deal.
They do a good job of making us feel like it.
Okay.
I didn't really know what to expect coming in, to be honest.
Right.
I just knew it was an opportunity to play football. But to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be, I'm not going to say as successful as it is, but the way that like the production's been, the way they just made football so much cooler than it already is, I feel like.
Absolutely.
With the new rules, with just the way they film the games on Twitch, they got the lights, the intros, the smoke machine. Like I never pictured any of that. I pictured just playing football. But now they put in all these other things that just really help us players, be on a bigger stage.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we got all these owners helping promote our league and getting all these viewers on Twitch has been awesome. So I think it exceeded my expectations. I
agree. And again, I think I asked that question poorly, but you did such a phenomenal job answering it. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is I'll be honest, I didn't expect for it to be where it's at right now. It has most definitely exceeded my expectation.
Yeah, you know what it was for me too. The moment I walked in the stadium, brand new turf, they got the FCF logo, the jumbotron, everything. I was like, this is amazing.
And I mean,
I played at a D2 college and a small high school. Like I have never played in anything like this. And if there were fans at the game, oh my gosh,
it would be rocket.
It would be nuts.
Yeah,
Josh
it would
Gordon,
be
Johnny Manziel. It would be sold out.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
Crazy. You guys would make the trip. I know you would.
Oh yeah. We'd be there for the championship.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm there. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I just like it. And again, I mean, we've like I said, man, we've asked you so many questions, man, and you do such a great job of answering them. I guess it's just now we're at that point, man, where you're locked in. You're locked in for the game. So do you have any? I guess let's just learn a little bit more about Andrew. You have any like pre-game rituals, man?
Pre-game rituals, not really. Yeah. I just try to be comfortable. You know what I mean? I make sure I eat. Make sure I try to get a good sleep the night before. But I usually do a good job of being rested, hydrated, things like that. Because I mean, those are just things that I can control that'll put me in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
This man is Belichick is just salivating. You are a Patriot. I'm telling you.
I'm waiting on it. I'm ready. When they call, I'll be ready.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
actually,
okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you're talking about being locked in for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Coach Jenks, the guy who wears those crazy outfits.
Oh yeah.
He used to coach for the Oilers. And he had Earl Campbell talk to us last night on a Zoom call.
Oh, I saw you posted that.
Yeah, crazy.
Earl.
And Jenks was asking him about how playoff games and championship games are different from the regular season. And just listening to this guy, Earl Campbell, talk to us, obviously knowing he's a living legend, just hearing like the wisdom he dropped on us was crazy. Like, he's like, my effort was still the same. Like, I'm not going to say I tried harder in the playoffs because I tried hard in every regular season game.
Right.
He's like, I think my level of focus, without even knowing it, was just on a whole another level for this championship game. Like, you just got to be sharp. So I felt that.
I'm saying, man, getting some knowledge like that from a literal legend of the game, it's priceless for sure, man.
Right.
And I did remember you posted that, and I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to ask how that conversation went.
Yeah.
How that went. So, I mean, that's incredible. So how did that get lined up again?
So, Coach Jenks, the head coach here, the guy who
that's right.
runs the offense, I don't know if he coached him, but I know at one point Jenks was the head coach of the Oilers.
That's right.
So maybe he just missed him, something like that. But he got us on a Zoom call with him. it was amazing because I always hear my dad talking about Earl Campbell. He loved him, so I texted my dad right after. I'm like,
Earl
Dad,
the
I just got
Pearl.
to Zoom with Earl Campbell.
That's sweet.
I know, it was cool. He's an OG,
He is.
and he's got a little he's a little cocky too in his own way. He's like, and I showed up to that field, and I felt like nobody was better than Earl Campbell. I'm like, wow.
Right. I mean, imagine it. You got all these running backs now people talk about and say they're the greatest ever and they're this and that. And this man is a legend still alive. And he's probably just like, look,
Right.
You're forgetting somebody.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So speaking of Coach Jenks, I have to know, we've been speculating on this for a few weeks. Is that his real hair?
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
That's an amazing question. And
if you can't answer it, then just say
you don't know the answer. Do you guys talk about it too? You laughed like you guys talk about it too.
My man got that drip, man. My man got that Ric Flair drip.
He's not scared. It is awesome. It is awesome.
He loves the show. He loves the show.
You guys got to play that song, Ric Flair drip, next time you see him, because every time the camera pans to him, I'm like, this man clean. Don't hate the player.
I know.
You don't set the rules.
He's a great coach. He's aggressive. You know, if he was calling the plays, Monty, you wouldn't want to play for him. He just wants to spread the field and wing it. He don't want to run the ball.
I mean, that's kind of what those Oilers teams did back then too. So
straight
like, you know, with Warren Moon, like, yeah. So
he was the head coach for the University of Houston. I guess like a couple games, he scored 75 plus. Like he set records in college football.
He was the coach, I think, of the run and shoot offense.
He was.
That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that makes sense. Then that piece is all together. Then
the guy, he's
not
awesome.
the outfit though, but. What were you gonna say, RJ?
So last time you told us that you grew up on Cape Cod.
Yep.
So getting to know you a little bit more, what is your favorite seafood? I'm assuming you like seafood a lot because it's Cape Cod. So
yeah, and I'm a restaurant guy too.
Right,
I told you my
your
family
parents
owns restaurants.
Yep.
This is the most important question.
I love shrimp cocktail. I love calamari. I love salmon.
Okay.
I think those are my top three. I'm not a huge seafood person too, to be honest. I don't really eat lobster.
Sure.
Everyone looks at me like I'm crazy because I'm from Cape Cod and I don't love seafood.
Clam chowder?
I love clam
if you
chowder.
have it a lot though, like I get it. I mean, you know,
right.
Being from Wisconsin, I love cheese still, but
I'm more of a meat and potatoes kind of guy. Even though I'm small.
Sure.
Meat and potatoes?
You can't go wrong there. You can't go wrong. You get a nice cut New York strip and some really good garlic mashed potatoes, and everybody's happy with that.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Indeed. I remember I was out in Boston and I had some clam chowder out there, and that changed my life.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Changed my life.
It's unbelievable.
Most definitely did. So I'm jealous that you were living out in Cape Cod and got to taste all that fresh seafood.
Right.
Shout out to Ardeo Restaurant, Dennis.
There you go.
Owned by the Jamiel family.
What was that again? What's the name of that?
Shout out to Ardeo Restaurant.
Ardeo Restaurant.
Yeah, it's Italian. Little Mediterranean food, some seafood, some bar food. It's great.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
Next time we're on the East Coast, in the New England states, we'll
come through.
Ardeo. Hit it up. So, okay, going back to like Cape Cod and being a Massachusetts guy.
Yeah.
The Red Sox. You mentioned you were a fan last time. How often when you're watching them play do you say wicked?
I try to refrain from saying wicked. I do say it a little. My parents say it. When I went to college, I realized how weird it was because I kind of realized that not everyone else says that.
What are we talking about?
You don't know about wicked?
No, is that like the phrase that the Red Sox say, or
like no, just people from New England really like. It's wicked hot out. Basically saying very.
He hit that wicked hot. Kind of like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like the Boston. That Boston.
Yeah, no, I don't usually talk like that.
Not anymore.
But I know so many people who do.
Dude, so like when you go home, do you notice yourself falling back into like using old phrases like that? Like you start to say wicked a lot more?
If I'm around people that say it a lot sometimes.
So when I started dating my wife, I told her, like, you have a little bit of a Southern accent. And then she told me that I had a little bit of a Northwoods accent. No, I don't. The next time I was around my friends, I heard it. It's like you start talking out of the corner of your mouth a little bit more. And like, you put a little bit oops in there. Like, we're going to get food or stuff
the double
like that.
O's.
Yeah.
You guys struggle with the double spoon. You say spoon or whatever.
So yeah, I get it. That's awesome.
So what are the plans? What are the plans for Andrew after this game? What you got on the agenda, man? Obviously, of course.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, he just started. He glitched a little bit.
Oh, it's all good. I'll ask again. Yeah. So what are your plans, man? After the last game, like obviously go visit the family.
Yeah, heading back home. Gonna take a few days off to rest the body, and then just get back to training, and hopefully I can make something happen these next couple of weeks or months. Hopefully some CFL or NFL teams are interested. I feel like if scouts believe that the FCF has some talented guys and they watch these games, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to draw some attention from them and be able to just get a workout out of it, because I feel like that's all I might need.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just having a positive attitude about the whole thing, and I'm just gonna make sure that if I get a call, I'm ready for it. So I'm gonna go home, probably hustle at the restaurant a little bit, make some money, and just train, see the family, friends, and enjoy the summer really. And like I said, if I get that call, I'll be ready for it.
That's the spirit right there, man.
So gonna try to do a couple more free agent showcases if they pop up.
Okay.
I did a couple last summer in front of some scouts.
That's the best way to go about it, man. You got the right mindset. I'm telling you that. And
I'm trying to.
Most teams, I'm telling you, in the NFL, they don't invest in the body. They like to invest in the mind. Well, that's that plus. That's like really the Patriot way.
Right. A lot of people say it's 90% mental, 10% athletic.
Yeah. It's true.
Has anybody, gotten a call yet, or have they? I almost wonder if they're calling, Commish Ray, and then he's holding it till after the season to put you in touch, just so that you can focus on the games and not feel that pressure.
That's kind of what he's said to us before. He just said he's been getting a lot of emails and calls about us. And same with Coach Jenks, our head coach. I know he's connected pretty well in the coaching world, and he's told us that there are guys calling about players in this league.
That's pretty cool, man.
All the films, we got all the film out there. So I like to think that after the season, some guys will start to get some opportunities. Definitely, I know some guys 110% should, and I think a lot of guys are even. Some teams wanted them to plan this on purpose, just to keep an eye on them, make sure they're still playing before they bring them into OTAs or minicamp, this coming summer. So we'll see.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we wish you the best of luck, man. We most definitely do. And again, we're, RJ obviously is a Wild Ace fan, but we're both Andrew Jamiel fans, man. Is that how you pronounce your last name, Jamiel?
Yeah.
Yep. We're most definitely some big fans, man. And
absolutely.
You deserve a spot. You deserve a phone call. At the very least, you deserve a tryout.
Yeah.
100%.
And we will do our part to make sure that they see those highlights. So we got you. You know what? That's one thing that us Wild Aces do. When we say we're gonna come through, we come through.
Yeah, I know.
We're done with that.
You guys are great social media people.
That we have no lives. That's all we got. So.
All right, AJ, we're kind of getting on the 30-minute mark, man. I know that you told us that. Last question, man. What's your celebration touchdown going to be? Your touchdown celebration touchdown. What's your touchdown celebration going to be?
I haven't thought about it yet, but
you did. No, last time you did. What you did? You did some like
me and my boy Marcus. Yeah. We did a little dance.
Well, surprise us, man. I don't
know what I'm gonna do yet. We'll see what kind of touchdown it is. I don't know. If it's an angry touchdown, I'm gonna probably just spike the hell out of it like I always do.
You gonna climb that wall like Turpin does?
That's Terp's thing. I'm gonna let him stick to that. I know he's got something. He's got something planned.
Oh yeah,
with that wall, you'll see it. That dude, he's different.
He's got it. He's athletic.
Athletic.
Oh my goodness.
How about this, man? Just surprise us. How about that?
I got you. I will definitely.
Surprise
I gotta get in the end zone first.
Well,
I'll put my money on it.
The first 5 weeks are an indication. It'll probably happen a couple times. So.
Right. You got anything, RJ?
Just, good luck. We appreciate you, dropping by again, especially now that, you hit the big time now. So
yeah, he's too good for us.
Making time for us little guys. We appreciate it. So
hey, thank you guys. It's been fun. I love doing this stuff.
Awesome. Hey, if you don't mind, we might hit you up later in the summer and see how you're doing. So
perfect. Sounds good.
Awesome. Good luck this weekend. All right. Put on a good show, and
thanks, boys.
We'll keep pushing for you.
Perfect. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, man. It's a cool cat right there, man. We're still on, right?
I love it. Yeah, we're still on.
Cool cat, man. I think again, I get overly excited. So those audio listeners, people listening in, I love chatting with the guy. So I will just automatically say I apologize if I'm talking too much or over. I just love chatting with him because, I've had the opportunity of standing next to some greats and standing next to not so greats in the NFL. That's just how it is. But every single player though in the NFL has that mindset that he talks about. It's I'm here to grind, so that's just what I'm gonna do. And
I put in work, so I know I'm gonna be there. I know I'm gonna catch that. I know I'm gonna be open. I know,
right?
You can't ask for anything more. You can't ask for anything more.
Exactly, and that's the thing is sometimes you can kind of tell if it's all for show with some players. If they're conditioned to say the politically correct things in the media. I don't get that from him. I don't. I really honestly, and I think it just got a lot to do with knowing his background. His family owns a restaurant. Restaurants are hard.
That's a grind. Like, you want to talk about a grind. That's a grind.
That's a grind. And I think just by him watching that, his life, it's just literally just instilled in him that work ethic. And I'm telling you, he is a perfect piece for the Patriots. That is exactly what Belichick loves. Belichick loves that.
With everything that's been shaken out so far, the Colts would be a great spot too. Like that'd be a really good Carson Wentz joint. That's what Wentz likes to do. That's his bread and butter, right? So, and I was thinking after the last time too, like the Emmanuel Sanders, Randall Cobb type of a role. That's the role for him.
It's true.
So
I like that Colts. I like that. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. So it's having a slot receiver, shifty, fast like that, and obviously having a Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, someone with just as much speed. I'm telling you, that puts a lot of pressure on defenses.
And you have the Michael Pittman on the outside. Zach Pascal is also there. I think I missed our tweeting at the Colts too. Like,
yeah, I'm saying, man.
I thought the Dolphins, but Dolphins, they just spent some money, and then the Jaguars too. So,
yeah. And I guess I
the Giants. The Giants are there too. The Giants have 2 outside receivers. They need that slot.
That's true. Again,
there's a lot of places he could go, and obviously the Patriots too. I'm not poo-pooing that at all. I'm just throwing out other places that we need to be tweeting.
Yeah, I hope he didn't get offended either by me asking like where does he want to play, because many people say that. I mean,
I don't think so.
That Philip Lindsay, before he got to Denver, he grew up a Broncos fan. Dalton Reisner from the same team talked about it. So I told him, man, if that's your team, man, just shout it out. I mean, I like the guy. I like the cat. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I like hanging out. I was a little sad you told him that he didn't have to stay the whole time.
Oh, I was just like lending back.
No, it was good. It was good you did. He obviously was. He had a long night last night, so.
Because to us, an hour is not long anymore. We've conditioned ourselves to do an hour.
We can talk for 5 hours and not realize it's 5 hours, you and me. So.
Because I was trying to think of it from his point of view, like when I prior to streaming and everything, prior to us even starting Untapped Keg, 20-minute interview, 25-minute interview was a long interview.
Yeah.
So then we're talking an hour. I was like, all right, let's make sure to let him know that if he can jet when he wants to jet. But it was pretty cool. I think he's got his head on right, and
He's obviously putting the work in every single week. He's been, even last week when the defenses were showing out, like we were talking about,
right?
He still shined through. Like, the first like 10 passes, he had 8 targets. It seemed like. So
it's like he actually played better.
Yeah, yeah, he played really, really well. So
I agree, and I think it's awesome too how he shared with us just that little nugget, some insight about the rotation
Jinx's hair.
That too, but the rotations of the defenses. Like,
yeah, I had no idea. I knew it was going to be a problem with the having the 2 defenses and getting to the playoffs. Like, how did you know who's going to go where? Because some of the teams had the same defense, but yeah, splitting it up into 4, that does make you, yeah.
We immediately, the both of us were like, wait a second.
Yeah. So for anybody who didn't watch, the first game was the Glacier Boys and the Beasts. And it was, what was it? 26-20 or something like that.
No one scored 30 points.
Yeah. It was a low scoring game. There were a lot of defensive stands and there were some turnovers in the first game. And it was like, wait a second. Like the Beasts would get down inside the goal line or the 10-yard line for first and goal, and they would have problems getting in. And it's like, what is going on? Like these quarterbacks that were running all over these defenses couldn't get out of the pocket. Like they were constantly under pressure.
Yeah, it was a noticeable difference.
Yes, on both sides. So and then in the second game, so the Glacier Boys come out on top. Glacier Boys were the 4 seed. The Beasts were the 1 seed. The Beasts got to pick who they played, and the fans picked the Glacier Boys. I would have picked the same thing, but
that's probably what fired them up. That's probably what fired them up.
Every single game came down to the last play, pretty much. So all the standings could have been anything. They could have really been anything,
except your game, right? Yeah.
Well, in the playoff game, but
oh yeah, you guys blew your team out, right?
Yeah. So then the second game was the Wild Aces, the Aces Wild baby, against the Zippers, the Zappers, the Zippity Doodas,
the Zippers,
and yeah, that wasn't close. The Wild Aces almost shut them out. Had a pick 6, almost the second one, the fumble recovery. Like Ladarius Galloway, the running back for the Wild Aces, is getting a training camp spot. Guaranteed. Dude,
I like the way he runs.
There were 15 seconds left in the game, and he ran 15 seconds off the clock going back and forth. And then at the very end of running back and forth 4 different times, he gets out, goes 10 yards, hurdles a defensive back, and then the time ran out.
That's
he gets a first down.
Yep, those are those plays. That's the play right there that shows, okay, your skill set is way higher than you need to go to the next level. How about that? Is all I'm going to say. Not knocking the players who are currently playing for the FCF. Absolutely not. Love the league, but you can run back and forth for 15 seconds and then jump over somebody at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude's a baller right now, man.
You need to go ahead and go get your call, man. And
oh yeah. So the final score of the Wild Aces and Zappers was like 32-6, like 36-6, something like that.
It was over.
It was over early.
Right.
It was over early. We were just like, we're like, you know what? We're just going to the championship, just whatever.
Right.
And then we didn't let them score at all, and it was fantastic. Josh Gordon. Yeah, we played Johnny Manziel and Josh Gordon, and it didn't matter. Josh Gordon had the only touchdown. Maybe he had 3 receptions all game. Like, dude did not.
Here.
He looks bigger than everybody else, but he didn't play bigger than everybody else.
Here we go.
So.
I'm going to say it. I think the team would be better off without Manziel. Honestly, I think
they were better off with Logan Marchie back there. Yeah.
If you put a quarterback in there who put somebody in there who has something to prove, team's gonna play better.
You ain't wrong there. And
Manziel plays like he doesn't have anything to prove.
Yeah, that's true, especially that fumble. Although I get why he backed up. So
true. He's a crutch to them for the Zappers, in my opinion.
I think I think Josh Gordon is too. So
Yeah. I agree. I think if you have these players, I think it's great to have these players. Obviously, it's a double-edged sword in a sense. It's I don't know if that's even the right phrase or whatever, but it's great to have these players, obviously, for their following, obviously to get more viewership for the league. But then also, they might not care to play, balls to the wall or whatever because
110%.
they feel as if they don't have anything to prove. So that, yeah, it's kind of like that hurt player who's like really hurt, but telling the team he's not that hurt, but then he gets in and plays, but then he messes up because he's hurt. Screws over the team.
You wouldn't happen to be talking about anybody we know there, would you?
Yeah, myself. Felt that my groin was gonna tear in St. Louis, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
I got family in the stands. I knew that. I knew that's what happened.
I'm like, oh no, I'm good. I gotta play. Ran a little wheel route. That bad boy popped again, and that hurt. That hurt. But I most definitely wish that guy some luck, man. But that's FCF. What else we got?
We're gonna help him make some luck. That's what we're gonna do. So
I mean, there's a lot.
Wrapping up the FCF. Thursday, Saturday night, 7 p.m. championship game. Come watch the Wild Aces trounce these little ferrets that call themselves the Glacier Kids. What does that say? Glacier. Are you like French or something? I don't get it. Glacier Boys? Oh,
some
okay.
Glacier Boys, man.
My bad.
It says actually what it says is Wild Aces need to, wipe our aces whenever we take a dump on you guys. Okay, yeah, that was bad. But you get what I'm saying. But yes, Saturday, championship game, there's gonna be a lot of trash talk.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're coming. Listen, this is how we make our living. Our owner is the biggest WWE fan in the world, and he is just as good as WWE guys at talking junk. Like, we're gonna come there and we're gonna rip your head off, kick it down through the goals. I don't know, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we both struck on that. But anyways, let's get to the NFL, man. There has been a lot. It's
a lot of free agency stuff, I don't know if anybody saw, but
I haven't seen a lot with the Packers though.
It's free agency.
You guys don't need it. You guys don't try to dabble in the free agency market or nothing. Like,
do you not know anything about the Packers for the past?
They most definitely don't.
30 years.
And then you guys screw it up in the draft.
Did we though? I don't know. I mean, yes, yes, I think and no. Yes and no.
I think you guys are going to be fine.
I mean, we're not the Bears, so there's that. Or the Lions.
Speaking of the Bears, that
was for Lion.
Did you see that meme that I'm going to talk about?
Russell Wilson,
the Wheel of Fortune. It said, all right, so those who are just listening in, so imagine Wheel of Fortune, right? You got their boxes up on the whatever, you know what I mean? It's Wheel of Fortune. There's 4 boxes on the top and 6 boxes on the bottom. 4 on the top, 6 on the bottom. And a few spots were filled in.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been either or. So people saw it. It was a meme, of course, and they were like, yes, Russ Wilson. Because the L and the O, I think, was on the bottom of it and the N.
Yeah.
Nope. It was Andy Dalton. Ooh. What are they doing, RJ? I need someone to talk to me and tell me what are they doing in Chicago?
This is the team that passed on Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, and Josh Allen, I think, right?
Probably. I mean, you passed up Mahomes, so you're going to pass up Allen. Probably.
Mahomes? No, it wasn't Allen. It was, but anyway, and they drafted Mitchell Trubisky. So,
I don't get it. What they're doing.
I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. You ready?
Go on.
Trying to beat the Bears, which is terrible.
Trying.
Every year. So, honestly though, what I think they're doing, and I get it, is they're going to lose this year, get a better first round pick for next year, and try to trade for Russell Wilson again next year when they have more picks to trade and a better pick to trade. So I honestly think that that's possibly what they're doing.
So then why would they go out of their way to get Dalton?
Because he's not good. So they're trying to lose.
Wait, did Mitch leave? Mitch's still there, right?
No, Mitch is a free agent.
Mitch is so my thing is they made a lateral move.
Yeah, but they didn't have to bring back Mitch, so they're making it appear as they're trying to get better.
That's true.
That's true. Fans that are going to say that, oh, we got better. No, you got the same.
So what else we got? We got Patriots.
Honestly, yeah, the Patriots and the Washington football team are, like, in my opinion, making the most noise right now, like, positively. So the Patriots re-signed Cam Newton, so they got their quarterback, right? And now they're putting pieces around him. Like last year, if you look at that offense, it's a lot of nothing. There's not a lot there that he had to help, right? So
Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar they signed, which he had a good year last year, and it may be that Aguilar is living up to his draft pick because he's a first-round pick. So maybe he's like a Devontae Parker and figured it out a little later in his career, that's fine. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes, right? He had a really, really good year with the Raiders last year. But then you signed Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry to help. 12 personnel is where the NFL is right now. And you have two blocking, pass-catching tight ends that are really good at both. Yeah, that's a solid haul for them. Plus, they bring back Kyle Van Noy, who played really well in that defense. Mm-hmm. You know, you have all those defenders. Dante Hightower coming back. Like
they have the 15th pick.
I said it before when
did you?
Andrew was on.
Oh,
with the Patriots, that don't mean much.
Right. Right. Patriots did lose. They did lose a leader, a captain, Patrick Chung. He did retire. I do see in the chat too. Yep, we got obviously the Patriots. Yeah, Lion. Yeah, the Patriots made the most noise. But obviously other things around the league. You have Drew Brees retired. Absolutely, his kids.
And then you have Winston getting signed there too.
Oh yeah. They kept
They said before Brees retired that if Brees retires, they're going to bring Winston back to be the starter. But then they sign Taysom Hill to a $140 million contract.
Help me understand this, RJ.
I don't get it.
Help me understand this. Cam Newton is out here clawing, scratching for dollars, and he's an MVP.
I mean, this guy can't throw the ball like accurately 10 yards downfield.
He's an athlete, which he's a really good athlete, but there are a lot of great athletes in the league who are not making that money. James White, athlete, nowhere near the money of Taysom Hill. I'm not understanding.
I don't know. I saw that contract and I just about
like, come on.
I almost pulled my oldest son and pooped my pants. Like, what?
Taysom Hill, RJ.
He's a gadget player. He's a Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
He's a Tim Tebow that's stuck.
His tag is athlete. You know what I mean? That's just what you put. But again, there's plenty of others.
If he would start kneeling after he scored a touchdown and praying, you could tell me that's Tim Tebow and I'd believe you. Like, I don't know. He's not worth $140 million. Sean Payton loves him.
But get this, Tim Tebow, I think, did he win the playoff game against the Steelers when he threw it to DT? And DT took it for like 60 yards?
That was DT.
Yeah, DT. Yeah. I mean, Tebow won a playoff game.
I know.
Taysom hasn't done anything. I mean, okay, that's a stretch. I won't say anything. Okay, he's a good weapons guy. Exactly. They got some really good packages with him. I will say that.
Jameis Winston came into that playoff game and threw that touchdown pass and looked like the best quarterback in that game.
dude, I literally
against Tom Brady.
I forgot who it was, which analyst said it, but they obviously were in the minority when they said this. Unfortunately, oh man, his daughter just passed away. Unfortunately, oh my gosh, receiver, not Michael Irvin. But anyways, he said though that that the Saints are gonna be a better football team with Brees gone.
I agree with that. You watched him last year. I don't know how you could say that he
I think
helped.
the last like 2 years, right, with the thumb, and then
2 years ago he could just still zip it downfield, but you watch all those games last year, he wasn't zipping anything
He
20
was
yards
limping.
or more downfield. Like
right.
he it was like what happened with Peyton. It just, you could tell it wasn't the same person. So, Drew Brees had a Hall of Fame career. I really appreciated how he was as a person. Like, obviously what he did for that community after Katrina is amazing.
Right.
It's incredible. I didn't appreciate his comments about the national anthem, but I appreciated that he listened to other people and said that, he reversed his stance after talking to teammates and other people too. So obviously he's willing to learn.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I just found the name, by the way. Keyshawn Johnson.
His daughter passed away?
Yeah, she did. I think the beginning of this week.
I did not know that.
Or late last week. Yeah, so condolences for sure to Keyshawn Johnson and the family. But and again, I caught wind of what he said about Brees is because he was trending on Twitter. Is it about his daughter passed, and I clicked on one tweet, led me to another, led me to a video of him talking about Brees. But yeah, condolences for sure, Keyshawn and your family. Absolutely, it's not.
No words.
But, yeah,
just say we're sorry.
But I hate to take it in that direction. We got onto that conversation about Brees, and I was like, oh, that popped in my head because I wanted to hear your take on that for sure.
I agree. I think Jameis, if anybody can get him to make better decisions, it's Sean Payton. Right. So
absolutely, he's got to protect the football.
Not just that, but it's gonna be quick decisions. Like he's so creative offensively. His offensive line or offensive mind is second to none. Like he's the original Sean McVay. So I'm excited to see what he can do with Jameis because Jameis has a lot of skill. Like as much as I think he needs to grow as a person, like he's got skill. He's a very talented
McNabb.
Yeah, I think a more accurate McNabb because that was McNabb's. Yeah. That was McNabb's problem was he wasn't as accurate as he needed to be. I think Andy Reid masked a lot of his inadequacies. Not that he had a lot, because he's obviously a really, really good quarterback, obviously. But I just think that's what that's what kept him from being, an all-time great.
Right. Absolutely. So what else we had in the league?
So I was talking about Washington football team that I think is also up there with the Patriots making noise. They signed Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, which is really what they were missing from last year. So you have Terry McLaurin was amazing. With a terrible quarterback, Terry McLaurin was amazing last year. Antonio Gibson looks like the real deal at running back. He was a rookie last year. Now you add Fitzmagic, somebody who can lead an offense. You can draft a quarterback, or if you really believe Heineke can be the guy, he can learn from Fitzmagic. And then they signed Curtis Samuel. They signed somebody on the opposite side of McLaurin who can take some defensive attention off of McLaurin. So they're going to be an exciting offense next year.
I got okay. I like your input on that. I got two things. One, we got to stop calling this guy Fitzmagic.
He's Fitzmagic. Have you watched him? Oh my goodness.
He's an exciting player, I'll tell you that. But I'm not entirely sold yet. And two, I'm not really
48 years old. You can't be waiting to be sold on him. You're either sold or you're not.
And two, I'm not sold on the football team either. Washington football team.
The offense is going to be fun. Their defense was fine last year. Their defense was really good last year.
They got one of the best DNs in the league. I mean, boy, Chase Young is nice, but I don't know. I think, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I know Denver's made some moves. We let go of Philip Lindsay. We, signed Vaughn back, of course. Picked up his. I forgot
Option.
Option. Thank you. Which George Payton, who's the OC, the general manager. I'm like, you better do that. I'm like, this is Von Miller we're talking about. Who cares how much money he costs? I'm like, a hungry Von Miller. Come on now. But then what's killing me is getting rid of Philip Lindsay, right? Of course, because we got Melvin Gordon back there. So, okay, got rid of Philip Lindsay, but then we get Michael Boone, which Michael Boone is a good one cut down the field running back, strong. I understand that. But we have
what's his name? Melvin.
Exactly. And then we have what's his name? 28. You really liked him, RJ.
Oh, Royce Freeman.
Royce, thank you. So I'm not understanding what that move was for. I guess because they just did not want to pay Philip Lindsay. I guess that's honestly just what it is.
I think Royce, though, if you give him some, he's going to impress. Like, I really do think he's been sitting there waiting.
True.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the Michael Boone signing either. So
it's a lateral move.
It'd be different. It's not lateral. That's a downgrade.
No. I guess I'm saying lateral in the scope of the entire running back stable, where it's you have your starter, and then you want to have a productive backup. Well, you have Royce Freeman, so why can't you just use him? But no, you go and spend money on somebody else and slide them in instead of just going with the guy who knows your system already.
Draft a 6th or 7th round running back, get the same thing as you got with Michael Boone.
I
don't know how he is on special teams though. Maybe he's a really good special teams player.
That's true. That's actually a really good point. Good point. He plays like wing or something on punt.
Probably. The cornerback market right now is like, that's going to be interesting to see what happens. So between wide receiver, there's a lot of really good wide receivers out there still, and there's still some really good corners. And
Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald is a free agent now. The Cardinals signed AJ Green to a 1-year deal. So that's interesting. But like, it's going to be interesting to see Kyle Fuller maybe let go by the Bears and maybe on the market.
What do you think? You think you guys are going to try to take a stab at him?
They did last time, and they forced the Bears to pay him.
Right. Honestly, when it comes to the Packers, man, I really think that
they re-signed Aaron Jones. That's what they needed. Right? Jamal Williams went to the Lions.
That's right.
There's nothing that NFC North teams love more than a Packers free agent. Trubisky went nowhere yet, Steven.
I mean, we got that. I'm trying to think of something is out there that I'm missing. So Kevin Zeitler.
I didn't see where Trubisky signed.
Shocking to me that they got rid of Zeitler, but he signed with the Ravens lineman.
Oh, the Raiders traded away their entire offensive line, basically.
For who?
Wait, what? Dan the man saying that Trubisky signed with the Buffalo Bills.
Are you serious? When did that happen?
Apparently it happened today.
Oh my goodness, I did not see that.
I'm looking this up right now.
For the Buffalo Bills?
It's basically because I don't believe you, Steven.
No, why would they take a quarterback?
2.5 mil. Yep. Both Dan the Man and Steven are confirming this.
Oh, my, wow.
That's an interesting move for Mitchell Trubisky. Apparently he wants to be a backup. No doubt about it, backup.
That's literally what that means, is you want to be a backup because you're not taking Josh Allen's spot.
And the Bears did move on from Fuller, so he's out there.
You know who I think is going to be a problem in the league this upcoming year?
Who's that?
Justin Herbert or Hubert. Herbert or Hubert. Herbert. Whatever.
Justin Herbert. Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a problem. I'm telling you. Man. That AFC West, when it comes to quarterbacks outside of Denver, they know how to do it over there. And first off, I mean, he balled out last year, rookie season. Obviously, yeah, it helps to always be behind, but I think we're going to see a huge jump with him. I feel like this cat's going to be the next. And
which is crazy because he played really well till the last couple games. He played really, really well.
He was consistent pretty much all season. And seems like the Chargers are always a banged up team, always limping into the season, literally always. So I'm interested to see how they're going to be. And I'm honestly thinking that Denver's going to get Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he's going through some stuff right now, some legalities, but I think we're going to push for him. I do.
They're going to trade Bradley Chubb, and who was that wide receiver you guys drafted in the first round last year? Judy?
Jerry Judy.
They're going to trade Chubb and Judy, or what?
Was that the cost?
That's what it's going to cost. 2 first-round picks and those 2 guys. Like, what are you going to trade for them?
So what's circulating right now is that Watson has already been in contact with Judy. Watson has already been liking some of Judy's posts on Instagram and all that stuff. And let's be honest, if you slide Deshaun Watson into that mix, we're talking a mobile quarterback who's fast. You got Jerry Judy. You got freaking Noah Fant. We're talking a very speed offense. Melvin Gordon. That offense is rolling. And Tim Patrick, this cat, which I think he's still there, right? Maybe. I'm not sure. But we got a very, very fast offense. So I really hope that George Patton, whatever his name is, can make it happen. I don't know. He's probably got to go clean some toilets or something for them to get that trade. But we could use Watson. We could use him.
Everybody could use Watson.
That's true. Right.
Every single team in the league except for the Kansas City Chiefs could use Deshaun Watson.
Saw something.
That's how good he is. I'm even talking the Packers with a 37-year-old Aaron Rodgers could use Deshaun Watson. Like,
his talent is going down the drain there.
Yes, absolutely. So the Jets signed LaMarcus Joyner.
When are these happening? Did this happen today?
These are happening like right now. I'm literally looking at the tracker right now because apparently a lot of stuff has happened since we started the show.
Okay.
Yes, Steven, the Dolphins are a contender. They were a contender last year, so they're making themselves even more of a contender this year. They had 10 wins last year, Mons. They had 10 wins.
Well, you're getting the Patriots.
And the Dolphins are still a contender, and Buffalo.
And Buffalo.
Yeah.
But okay, the Bills obviously were good last year, and the Dolphins.
There's 3 wildcard teams now.
Oh, that's right. I recant my statement. That is correct. I forgot about the new changes.
Goodness.
The new changes. I mean, but come on, those Patriots are gonna make that division's gonna have to really work for it. The Jets are the Jets. They shouldn't even be in the NFL, but the Patriots are making some serious moves.
Okay, what else do we have? Keelan Cole headed to the Jets from the Jaguars. That's not really too much. Let's see here. Steven said, and I just confirmed, Kenyon Drake signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. Theo Riddick agreed to a 1-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders as well. Okay. Jared Cook signs with the Chargers. Good call, Steven.
Jared Cook.
We're just reading these out now, so really, what are we doing? Nothing. But one thing that I do like for Miami, which I'm unsure of because of how Tua played at the quarterback position last year, I'm not giving up on Tua. I think he'd still be a very good NFL quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be great, but I think he'd be very good. They signed Will Fuller. Will Fuller stays healthy. That could be absolutely massive for Tua. You get... What?
Who's running down there?
They had Savan Ahmed and Miles Gaskin. Miles Gaskin's the starter.
Okay.
They want to sign Aaron Jones, but the Packers said, nah, we're paying him. Pay the man.
I most definitely interrupted you there. Proceed.
So Will Fuller with the Dolphins, and you put DeAndre Parker. That's not his name. Gosh darn. Devontae Parker on the other side. And you got a solid 1-2 punch there. So Miles Gaskin is fine in the backfield. You have Mike Gesicki for the at tight end. I do like the Dolphins, and their defense was really good last year. I really like the Dolphins head coach. They're contenders.
We'll see.
And Nick over in chat, I was talking up Washington football team earlier, so I really love their signings. And then we just talked about how Trubisky's going to back up Josh Allen and makes itty bitty sense.
What is Odell's contract? What is his contract?
It's pretty big, but word on the street is they're trading him. They're looking to trade him. They've been shopping him for a couple days.
I think that's a smart move. I think the most hyped player in the NFL is Odell Beckham Jr. Absolutely. And I'm not shy to say that. I honestly think this he's a good player, but I think the hype that he receives, you would think that, I mean, he was on track. I think if we look at Jerry Rice's stats and his stats, he's on track to get there. But again, I think he's got to come back and prove himself. I really do. I really, really do. I really, really do. So I'm not knocking the Browns, actually, for that decision. I think I would do the same thing. You got a team that's rolling when he was out.
I don't know. They did different stuff on offense after he got hurt because they had to. So I don't know how much. That's a weapon. As much as,
imagine trading him though and getting
it depends what you get back for him though. Like what are you going to get back? A 3rd round pick? Like that's a big contract somebody's going to have to eat. So unless you're willing to pay for some of that, especially with how cap constrained a lot of teams are right now. Goodness, I just don't think the return on investment is worth it right now. You're not getting a first back. You're not. I
think it's most definitely. I hear what you're saying, of course, because I think it's either or. Me personally, if I was a GM, I would shop him.
I think you shop him for sure. I think you'd be silly not to, but I just don't know if moving on for him makes your team better.
Right. I mean, they were rolling last year, but but keeping him may just get you over that hump.
I mean,
you got
to score to beat the Chiefs. So,
ooh, indeed. But I don't know. I mean, they could even make it past the. Oh no, they did beat the Steelers. They destroyed the Steelers. Actually, never mind. Excuse me. Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs. But yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of moves today, and it's always exciting to really see what's cooking up around the league. I haven't really heard much with Seattle, other than
they're just laying in the weeds, trying to make Russell Wilson less happy.
Oh my gosh, man, he's getting locked in like Barry.
Yeah,
he has been locked in like Barry.
Dan the man wants to know if we think the Packers should approach Ndamukong Suh. I think any veteran that comes at a cheap price, you got to explore, but I just don't think he's going to be worth the money that he's going to end up signing for. The Packers don't have the room. Sounds like they're going to try to restructure Rodgers' contract, which I'm surprised they haven't finished. Sounds like they're restructuring Zadarius Smith's contract for an extension and then getting some cap relief this year. Hopefully they do it for both, for cap relief this year and then pay them next year when the cap is going to be like $220 million. So
people about to get paid. Have there ever been talks of restructuring Rodgers' contract?
Yeah, he said after the season that he was open to it, and that's pretty much been the speculation that they were going to do. So that's what you have to do. That's what you can't have one player take that big of a cap hit and expect to have an all-around good team. You got to hit on every single one of your draft picks if you're going to have one player take up that much cap space.
True.
Which is why the Cowboys were silly for that contract for Dak. They can't draft. You ain't signing any free agents. So
Dak hasn't. Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
The cap this year, Dan the Man, is 182. It went down last year. I think it was 194, 196, and it's 182 this year.
Don't even get me started on Dak, man. I'm telling you, Dak is a good player. He's a good quarterback, but I'm not understanding these contracts. I mean, I get, I see. Yeah, you want to lock this player in, but my gosh,
Dak is a great I shouldn't say great. He's a very good quarterback, but he's no Taysom Hill.
Listen. Tom Brady is the model that every quarterback should do when they're talking about money, talking about contracts. Again, of course, it helps to have a $500 million,
trophy wife.
His wife. Yeah, that obviously helps, of course. But let's be honest. I mean, he, don't pay me don't let me eat up so much cap space. Put the players around me so we can win, so then I can make more money on endorsements.
Should we start telling the truth about Tom Brady? He's a gold digger.
Oh.
He married Giselle so he could take less money in the NFL, so then he could win all these championships.
Science.
Yeah,
it's science.
That's the only thing that it makes sense. It makes sense completely. So
can't knock the player, man. Don't knock the player. But listen,
that's the game.
You pay the other players. I'm making what, $50 million a year in advertisements. And the more rings I win, the more money I'm gonna make on advertisements. And the advertising will essentially go on until I'm in the ground. So, yeah, I can not make all the money right now playing this sport, because the real money is going to come. I bet you Peyton Manning's making more money right now.
Yeah, and it's all guaranteed.
And he doesn't have to put a helmet on. He doesn't have to worry about his ankles giving out or anything.
So I'd be more worried about that back if I was him, but so listen, you have that major neck surgery and like the back, like
true.
I would be worried about my back, man. That's why he's flying private.
He's got a big head too, so no, I don't care. I can joke about that because
I know him. Because I know him.
Peyton, no, I don't know him anymore.
Because the sheriff.
We used to take jabs at each other. Yeah, we were like 2 lockers from each other. But anyways, we covered a lot, huh? From a guest to, I mean, I think we pretty much nailed like 40% of the trades today.
I mean, the free agent moves for sure. We did.
Or that's what I meant. Sorry.
I mean, baseball is here. I did my first fantasy draft last weekend. I only drafted 3 players because it's a dynasty league, but I'm super excited. I'm excited for baseball. I'm excited for what the Brewers are doing. I really, really love this. Cardinals, trash. You're going in the trash heap.
No, not trash. You'll see. I saw somebody cranked out a home run today in spring league, but again, as soon as I was gonna send it to you, RJ, but then I was like, nope. What popped in my head was exactly what you said. I'm like, okay, yeah, these pitchers, the pitchers are not showing all that they have. Like you said, they're probably just going in there with 2 pitches. That's it, because it's spring league.
Sometimes it's only one. Sometimes it's one pitch they throw the entire time. One pitch. So even if they get crushed, it might be the one pitch that they're trying to add in the offseason that they can't locate.
Yeah.
So and that's what they're trying to work on.
Seconds from sending it to you, and I was like, oh.
Same with what was I gonna say? Oh, same with hitters. You might have a hitter trying to go opposite field all game. You might have a hitter just trying to hit for power all game.
True. Wait, what did Dan the Man in the chat just say we had a sleepover?
He's asking if you and Peyton had a sleepover. They held hands, Dan.
While we slept.
It was cute.
And he whispered in my ear, our pass protection. Yep.
I am very excited, everybody, to see my mustache come opening day. Couple weeks. I'll be taking before pictures. I'll take maybe one during picture. Cutting all this off. Cutting this off. Handlebars. Let's go. I don't get it. What's Woody's opening day?
Woody.
What am I missing here?
I'm not sure.
Brandon Woodruff is opening day. I get it now. Yes, I am excited for that. I'm excited to see what Brandon Woodruff does this year because Corbin Burns was amazing last year. And a lot of people don't maybe believe it, but he made mechanical changes. And if you make mechanical changes, that's something that you can rely on from year in and year out. So making a mechanical change and then your pitches being more effective makes complete and total sense on why you would get your boost that people have always seen in you for your talent level. Then you have Brandon Woodruff, who has continued to get better and better and better. He was not quite as good as Burns last year. Burns was just so good that he made everybody else look disappointing, but Woodruff was not disappointed last year. Woodruff was still very good. So I'm very excited to see. I'm disappointed we don't get to see Woodruff hit anymore, but actually we do. They don't have a DH. So never mind. I'm excited to see Brandon Woodruff hit too, because Brandon Woodruff, he can rake. And for those that don't know, Mons, that means they can hit.
I was picking up what you're putting down. I understood that, but that is right around the corner. We're talking right around the corner.
Oh yeah,
for that, and we see you guys April 8th, 8th, 9th, or no 8th. I don't know, that week we see you guys starting on the 8th, and that's gonna be pretty cool.
The Brewers have a tough test, so they might come into that. Their Brewers' first series against the Twins, and the Twins are going to be ready AL contender. So we might come in like 0-3. So you're going to be like, oh, your team's terrible, and then all of a sudden we put it on you, and you're like, oh yeah, there's 162 games in this season. 0-3.
Already making excuses. Oh well, just so you know, the team that we're playing before you may.
No, that's why our record might be bad. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't look at records. I don't look at records until they get to like 80 games.
You're a true baseball fan if that's true.
Oh.
Because that's what every baseball fan does. We don't look at records till 80 games in. So that's solid.
Oh, I didn't know that was the thing, because I'm like, look, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey, the St. Louis Cardinals are 4-3.
we're kind of disappointing. We're only 4-3 right now.
Like, bro, there's 100 and something more games.
There's 150 more games.
Chill out.
Literally 150 more games.
You can lose 40 games. But
you can lose 70 games and be a really good team in baseball. Like, be the best team in baseball.
And that's why I just can't. Just can't. They need to lower that. Gosh darn it. They need to lower it. How about 100 games?
Dan the man says there's like 10 seasons a year in baseball.
Like, come on, man. I
agree. I would love to see them lower the number of games to 100, put more days in between, because you'd see better baseball. You'd see better rested. Like, you'd see the players more often. You could see pitchers going more often. That's what I would love to see. But
that's not
basketball. Like, they could have learned from basketball. Basketball cut some games and added some in between. You have better basketball. So you see LeBron James more often. You see less back-to-backs means more players playing. So
right. I mean, that's actually a great comparison, actually. But then again, they're not going to, though. No, it's kind of like the don't fix what's not broken.
The problem with it is, like, small market teams like the Brewers and the Cardinals, most of their revenue comes from concessions and ticket sales. So they sell out more games than the Yankees, but the Yankees have so much money wrapped up in TV deals that they make more money every year. And same with the Dodgers. And they also obviously sell a lot of tickets and concessions, but the Brewers and the Cardinals rely on those tickets and concessions for that money every year.
That's a good point. I never really actually thought about that. I mean, you're talking the Yankees, which you get all the coverage, all the coverage, uh, getting those nice TV contracts. But yeah, I mean, if I was a player, I would want to play for those small marquee teams, though. And there's something different about it. Something different about it. I mean, unless if you slide a $600 million contract in front of me and tell me to come play in New York, then yeah, that's different. But I feel like that's I would rather play for, like, I guess I'm biased, of course, being a Cardinals fan, but something about Busch Stadium. It's pretty cool. Must admit. And I didn't even grow up a baseball fan, but it's pretty cool. Way better than what do you guys today? What do you guys call today?
Miller Park.
Right.
So, going from that, everybody pay attention to those NFL free agencies. It's moving fast. It's going to continue to move fast. We'll see where Kenny Golladay signs. I'm hoping it's not the Bears. I'm hoping it's not the Giants. Hoping he understands his market and he comes to the Packers for a year. And then he gets signed for big money next year when those big money deals are coming back. So, all right. Everybody, catch us 7 p.m. Central Time, Saturday, FCF Championship. We got the Wild Aces, the only team that matters, playing the Glacier Boys. And you know we will be showing out for it. So
I might turn this into a bandana. I don't know. Nah.
You should buy a second one is what you should do. You know what? We should make Andrew Jamiel t-shirts. And we should sell those bad boys.
But here's the thing. By the time we get him, he's probably already going to be in the league.
Exactly. We could wear him to the games that he gets us tickets for.
Well, if he goes to the Patriots, I get tickets to those games. I'm an alumni.
Name dropper. Dan the man says, boo, FCF is rigged. He's just mad that his quarterback couldn't run all over him.
Dan the man. We were looking for you, man.
Cody, we did not mention that Richard Sherman might be going to Green Bay. I think he's going to be too expensive, but we'll see. They might be able to be creative with some cap space there. That would be.
How do you not mention that?
It's a rumor.
Oh,
I haven't seen anything official yet, so.
Well, you're one of those guys. You're the radical thinkers. As soon as I see something, I'm retweeting, I'm posting. I don't care what source it's from. It's true. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, the Kyle Fuller one's interesting because, like I said before, they put a contract out there that was so big it forced the Bears to spend a lot of cap on Kyle Fuller. He was making $20 million a year, so yeah, that'd be. Anyway, 7 p.m. Saturday. Please join us. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be a really, really fun night, and let's go Crew. Go Crew. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Actually, Feet's not in here this week. How are we not talking about Feet? All right, let's see if there's somebody we can raid.
Let me see. Zombie kills.
Hers is subscriber only, I think, because she's been getting a lot of racist and discriminatory people. So